In this chapter, I'd like to share my journey to my perfect storm and the darkest hour of my soul. But before, I'd like to ask you a question. Have you ever felt like you've been searching everywhere except inside yourself? Think for a moment. For years after my awakening trigger, I began searching. I went full speed into external world outside of me. I was searching everything right on the outside of myself, not looking inside of me. I started reading books about health, about body, about performance. I started tracking everything, my sleep, my heartbeat, every data point I could find. I took supplements, lots of supplements. I doubled on my routine. I chased performance. I chased control. I was trying to control and fix everything without ever asking what actually needed to be fixed and what needed healing. And in doing so, I spiraled down. I overstimulated my nervous system with supplement, with control, with tracking everything. My mind was raped. He was raped. I could not sleep. I lived in anxiety. And the harder I pushed, the worse it got. I thought I was healing, but in reality I was collapsing. And looking back, I see it clearly. I was building my perfect storm. I was waiting for the trigger that would bring it all to the surface. And of course it came. On February 24, 2022, the war in Ukraine began. All our family was still there. On the second day, my mother-in-law had a stroke. In the tragedy unfolding, no one could help her, and she left this world suddenly. My wife didn't even get to say goodbye. That night something happened with me. My heart, everything. For the first time in my life, I felt the fear of dying. We called to ambulance. They said nothing was wrong. But when your soul is afraid, logic doesn't always help. That was officially the start of my darkest hour. Night after night, my heart would race, then stop. I feared to go to sleep. I lived in survival. I wasn't present for my wife when she needed me the most, or my daughter. I felt disconnected, terrified, crying, praying, and I didn't know what to do. Sometimes awakening doesn't come as light, it comes as collapse, because we have to lose what we thought we needed to discover what we always had inside. This was my initiate, not into healing yet, but into honesty. And in the next video, in the next chapter, I'll share what happened when I finally turned inward and met the one person I've been avoiding all along, myself. I'll see you there.